Hello. So I'm going to make this a quick video. I wanted to put this in front of my range video of the Canik TTI Combat. I was able to shoot it. I guess it was almost 2 weeks now, week and a half, 2 weeks. And the reason I wanted to put this video in front of it is, one, I was at an indoor range and I didn't want to speak too loudly. There really was only one other person on the range, but I know some people may feel funny about somebody filming at the range. So I spoke a little softly, so my voice is a little soft in that video. But so I wanted to start with this and then go into that range video. I did have some issues with the Canik TTI Combat. Nothing that you haven't seen or heard before, but my video perspective is on the target and not on me. I had a little tripod, the one I'm using now, set up, and I pointed it down range to look at the target because I wanted to see where the rounds were hitting when I look back at the video. So you won't see, except for when I first start the video, I start with myself and then I turn around to the target. Now, again, I did have some malfunction, some failure to return the battery, things of that nature. But I thought it was strange how it worked out. And the reason I say that is the first magazine, I think I had 2 or 3 or so, maybe 4 at the most, failures to return the battery. And after that, it went smoothly. Then I think the next magazine, I may have had a couple, and then it went smoothly. Then I changed ammo, went from 115 to 124 grain, and again, I had a couple in the beginning, and then it ran smoothly. Then I think after that, the next 2 magazines ran fairly smoothly. Then I switched to 147 grain. Now, what I thought isn't really true, because I thought the 147 grain is Winchester Defender or Defense, and its velocity is 990. And I said, well, that's not too far from being supersonic. I said, it should be, about the same. And no, 990 is really a subsonic. It's close to, it's probably within a couple of hundred feet per second from being supersonic, but it's considered a subsonic round. So the first, I would say, 5-6 rounds of that, it would not cycle. After that, I didn't have any other problems with that magazine. The next magazine went through smoothly, and the next magazine, I should say, went through smoothly, and the last magazine, which only had about 8 rounds in it, went through with no problem. So I don't know what all this really means. I plan to take it back out to the range, hopefully within this week. I'll just say this week. Hopefully we'll take it back to the range this week, and we shall see from there what we actually get. But this is a little bit longer than I actually wanted this actual intro to be, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and let you watch the range video. I'm just going to piece this one in right after that. Thanks. Okay, so I'm at the range and about to take my first shots with my Canik TTI Combat. And this is my first time shooting it. I'm going to start out with 115 grain ball, then move to 124, and I may do some hollow points, some Winchester self-defense rounds. Okay. Oh, so as people have been reporting, it sometimes will not go back into battery. So let's try this again. All right, so that was the first magazine using the TTI Combat. I did have a couple of times where it just did not go back into battery. I think I have a round here. Drop the magazine, shoot this last live round. And let's bring it back in. Oh. So, so you can see the shots, and I wonder if I could bring it back in. Okay, trying to figure out how these controls work at the range. All right, so I think that's good for the zoom I have. Yeah, I've got a couple of flyers there in the 9, but for the most part, they look pretty good. And that was, like I said, that was the first magazine, the 115 grain. And the 115 grain, who was the brand on that? Winchester. So it's Winchester 115. I'm going to do another magazine of 115 before I move to the 124. And so it's this will be in the 21 round extended magazine. So let me just take it back out to 7 yards. And let's see what we get. I don't think that's bad at all. I would say the one thing that I could not tell, and I've got a few more magazines here, the one thing I just couldn't tell is when it locked back. It's the way that it fires, I just could not tell. So let's see what we got this time. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in 3 yards. And then I'll just bring it up a little bit. Okay. So yeah, I definitely need to practice some with this, but yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. The next time I come out, I might go ahead and use the Canik red dot to get it zeroed in, but yeah, I'm liking this. So that was all of the 115 grain. So I'm going to move over to 124 grain, and then if I have time, I'll do maybe just 50 rounds of 147 self-defense by Winchester. The 124 grains here are Aguila, how you say it. So we'll see how they work in this weapon. Bring you back out to 7 yards. And let's see what we got here. Let's try a different area of the target.
Okay.
Remember, I reloaded.
All right. So that was the 124 grain.
Shoot another round if you want.
I'll let him go. It shoots good.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
Man,
It's a good one.
for what I gave for it.
And,
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Other than
like mine,
the
Heck, when I always
original,
got a little compact like that.
the first magazine, the first couple of rounds, it seems to be consistent. We will see as we go on
And the one long
where we
one
got.
is a 10 round.
But I'm going to bring this in to 3 and then bring it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think that grouping is pretty good. And I am not a real lover of this is only my second, I think I mentioned this is only my second 9mm. So, yeah, not bad. So, I'm going to continue
Shoot another one if you want. Thank you very much.
to shoot at the somewhere between 8 and 9 there, it looks like, at least for one more magazine. And then I might do some headshots to kind of, again, maybe a couple of rounds and then judge where it's my point of aim. So one more 124 just between 8 and 9 area. And then the last one I'll probably do some headshots. Okay, let's take it back out to 7 yards.
Not bad.
Nice. Those first 3 to the left and then drop down.
Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah, very much.
Oh, had another one that returned the battery there. And another one. Strange. So we did have a couple there. Okay. Clear. So we did have a couple there that again did not return the battery. I'm gonna check my grip because I've heard people say sometimes it's your grip on the weapon. So this is the last magazine of the 124 Aguila, and we're gonna do some headshots and see where it is here. So let's bring that in just to see. Okay. So let's bring it in a little bit. Okay. So it looks to me that the one in the neck area is probably a flyer. That was probably me more so than anything dealing with the weapon. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So let's just continue in the head area here. Okay. Yeah. So that was all of that ammunition. And I'll bring it back in so we can kind of see here. Okay. Yeah, I would say definitely that one that's more in the neck area is probably more of a me. I probably did something with my wrist, something in my grip. All the rest of them are pretty much in that same, going into that same area. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna load up some self-defense rounds and see how it handles 147 hollow points. Okay, so we'll pause this and I'll be back with you. Okay, so we're back and I have loaded the first 21 round magazine with the Winchester self-defense. Just put it in front of the camera here. This is what I'm firing, 147 grain jacketed hollow point. Take it back out to 7 yards. And I'm going to shoot at the lower 8 ring area. So it'll probably be in between 7 and 8. So I'm going to aim for the 8 and we shall see. Oh, had another one. So and another one. So maybe it does not like this ammunition. And another one. So I'm getting probably more issues. Yeah, I'm getting more issues, surprisingly, with the hollow points than I did the ball. There's another one. And another one. Okay, that's it. So, yeah, I definitely had more issues with the jacketed hollow points than I did the ball ammunition. And now that magazine went off pretty much without a hitch. Don't know. This is the last of that 147 grain. So this is the last 8 rounds. Still shooting in the same area. Okay, so it is clear, no ammunition, and those 8 went out without a hitch. I'll bring the target in. I don't know if that really makes a difference. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much where I thought it was, is between, most of the rounds are between the 7 and the 8. So, yeah. I don't know what would be causing these return to battery, because it's real inconsistent. The first magazine, I had a lot of return to battery errors. The second magazine, I don't think I had one, and the last magazine of 8, I didn't have any. So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. I think it did okay. I like it, but we'll just kind of keep an eye on this one. All right, bye.